Okay guys, like I said, today I don't feel like doing much work, and you know, Derek feels the same way, Chris feels the same way. So I've been working on my other stuff, but anyway, I thought we'd do a little video on Pontiacs and the differences and whatnot. And since I do, well, I drive two and I'm working on one. So anyway, this is what we're gonna do. This is my 55 Pontiac Pathfinder, the lowest model, Canadian model, two-door post. This was actually a good friend of mine, Rick Warham. This was his like high school hot rod kind of deal. This is the way he got it way back then. It was red with white roof, blue hood, and with white stripes. I still have pictures of it, and one day I'd like to paint it back the way it is, do the body work. Not perfect, but just the way, you know, painted the way it was, and that's the way it's gonna happen one of these years. But anyway, this one's got a 327 in it. It's dynoed around 450-ish. She's starting to get a little tired, but it still does the trick, still spins the tires and does whatever. It's got a Muncie 4-speed. High 3 gears, I do believe. I do have a 12 bolt with 410s and a posi that I will be putting in, just never any time. Like I said, there's been videos on this car in the past and whatnot, and if you want to go way back when and see. I said it's not very practical, but it's fun, it's noisy, and it's everything else. Good old interior, piss purple carpet, which I'd like to go get new purple carpet one day. People should recognize what the steering wheel's off of. But yeah, when we did get the car out of storage, the door panels were so chewed up from mice and whatnot. There was just nothing left at the bottoms there. So one day I might make new door panels to kind of go with it. So that's a fun, neat old car. Even an original Waco tachometer. So.
You all your door hinges.
Well, I know I do. But yeah, that tack's seen 6,500 RPM many times during the years. So but yeah, it's just a fun, neat old car. Far from perfect, but hey, it's fun. I don't care if it gets scratched, whatever. You'll see later on we're going to do a video on a 59 Pontiac. These are the taillights from a 59. So you'll see, I'll show you that in a few minutes when we go out there. And I don't feel like digging out, so I got to go in the house, get keys to move this turd. Have to move the garden hose. So I can't drive over my garden hose. But you've all seen my green 58 Pontiac Parisian two-door hardtop. It's got a 283 2-speed power glide. Original interior. Like I said, you guys have seen videos on it before in the past. Like I said, one day I'll pull out all my turns. Like I said, guys have been asking about stuff and everything, all my knickknacks and parts and everything else. I will do a video later on, maybe this next month or whatever, of everything, sorry. But yeah, like I said, there's my 327. Still looking for a set of fuelie heads. A guy I was supposed to buy a set of heads, but I think he bricked on selling them to me, so not a big deal. So anyway, I guess we'll go show you the next Pontiac, and then we're off to the compound. Okay, you guys all know my 61. I'm working on it. Should be working on it more, but like I said, I'm working on my coupe. But this was one that we dug out of the compound there. 61 Pontiac two-door hardtop. It just has cool lines that scream "go fast," and hopefully one day it will. It's got really nice quarters and everything else. I just think it's not gaudy or anything. I love the roof lines. The best part of the car is right here, in my opinion. It's got different dashes. We also will show you the different dashes between the 3 years that we kind of have similar. This one's pretty nice. It's not like the 59 that has the handle on underneath there, like I guess kind of like a holy shit hold on handle kind of deal. Man, I must live in a trusty neighborhood out here because I left my welding helmet in there, the shifter's still in there. But you'll see the difference in like taillights. Like I said, that was the 55 at 59. This is a 61, but totally different. You know, even a couple years apart, nothing remotely even lines up. I said they're all big cars, but at least this one's not too big, but still a pretty long car. My opinion, like I said, the Chevy version is the bubble top, but I think the roof lines are just perfect on these cars. This one's a Pathfinder, it's the middle grade. Obviously, Parisian's the high end. Then somebody might correct me because I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. The Laurentian's the middle, then the Pathfinder is the bottom end. I thought there was one more, but I'm sure somebody will correct me. So anyway, I guess we'll hop in one of the vehicles, and I guess we'll go to the compound, so we gotta go grab some stuff anyway, because I need some parts for this guy. This will be coming up on a future episode. Not Chris. He's eating his crispers. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate your crispers at?
10.
10? That's very high. I thought he was going to say 4 or 5. So anyway, this thing will be back on the road. Drive shaft's in. Shocks are in. Tomorrow will be a good day. But anyway, I guess we're off to Stonewall. See you in a few minutes. Okay, so here's another one. It's a 1959 Pontiac Parisian. It's a Canadian model. It's the highest version of the Pontiacs in Canada. In the States would be the Bonneville. So anyway, it's a really solid car. It's a 2-door hardtop. I'm honestly not a huge fan of those fins, and we'll show you in a minute. This one here, we did try getting it run last year, but who knows, we might try to get it running again. It's got a 261 6-cylinder. It does turn over. The distributor gear is snapped off, and I did get a distributor for it, just never got around to working on it again. This one would be extremely slow because it's got a 2-speed behind it. I do believe it's a 2-speed. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it's a 2-speed. I'm happy nobody's actually rubbed anything off this. Very complete car. It even has the factory power wipers, which is pretty rare. Most of my stuff has vacuum.
And this would be the same, I think, body size as the Impala or Caprice in the US, Chevy. US Pontiacs were bigger, I believe. I don't know how much they can get it bigger than this one.
Yeah. But the interior is all complete. I'm sure it need the typical floors, everything else. Which is nice about Chevy. They always put the stars and everything like that. Or I mean, sorry, Pontiacs. They always put the stuff like that. And even in the headliners, they have little stars. As I showed in my green 58, it has those. Even has a holy shit handle on the dash.
Yeah, a little bit, well, quite a bit different than the 58.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, I'm assuming it's longer, not just the body.
No. But this is what I was talking about, people. Either you love them or you hate them. I'm not a fan of them. And if you guys remember, when you were watching the video on my 55 Pontiac earlier, these are what the rear taillights are of. 59 Pontiac. Like I said, Pontiac, like less is more.
Yeah.
No, like there's a lot of things down here. Like I said, there'll probably be a lot of negative comments, but I'm just like, it's just like stuff like this, like at the bottom of the bumper treatment. It's just less is more sometimes. Like I said, this car is really solid. I know Kevin's got a soft spot for it. I don't know why, but he does. Like I said, it's a super solid car, but it's just not my cup of tea. I know they're going for the whole race space thing kind of deal.
Yeah, rocket ship.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this one will not be going to the moon. So anyway, I guess we'll be on to the next little Pontiac. Or I should say big Pontiac. Yeah. They don't get any smaller, folks. Okay, so here's another one, a 1960 Pontiac Parisian. This one I really like, but out of my opinion, most of the Pontiacs, this is the nicest style. So this one's really gone, and I'll show you why in a minute. Yet again, this one, actually it does run. We do have a video of it out there running. Actually ran very well. There's a video, so if you want to scroll back to many videos back, there is one running. Yet again, like it's a Pontiac Parisian that does have electric wipers, which is pretty neat. It was very complete. Somebody did help. No, the rad's in the trunk. Yeah. It's in nice shape, but it's just got the old moss on it. The grill's in not bad shape. To me, personally, they have the nicest body lines. If you sight down them, nobody's really messed with this one too much, but it's just the complete floors are gone. Yeah, you can see it there. It's pop riveted in. There's the poor floor there. There's the X-frame, well, underneath the carpet.
And the dash is a little different from the 59.
Yeah. My opinion, this is way nicer of a car. It is totally doable, but it needs a lot of attention. It's gonna need quarters, floors. You'll see here, trunk and oh there we go. There's the rad there, but yeah, the trunk's completely rotted out. And yeah, hence there's the floor. Even has the original, I don't know if you're gonna call it jute, but the original floor, even in the quarter panels.
Yeah, it's red, like red checkers.
Yeah, even in the quarter panels they have it.
Plaid.
Plaid, yeah.
Plaid, yeah.
But it's a shame, like I said, this is a nice car, but this she's pretty rough. There's actually one on Kijiji, actually a local one there. It wasn't too bad of a price, but it sold, but that's going back about 15 years ago. But yeah, this one's, I hate to say this one will probably never see the road.
What's the difference between this one and the American one?
Like I said, this one's a Pontiac Parisian. It's the Canadian model, it's the highest, and then the rival, the Bonneville.
Bonneville or the Impala, the Chevy, based on the Chevy Impala, I think, the body, or not the body, the overall frame dimensions.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Yet again, like I said, an automatic car, so pretty slow. Be cool at least if it was 3 on the tree.
You can't really call these the wide track because that was the American Pontiac.
Yeah.
They're wider, or the.
Okay.
Yet again, it's another 2-door hardtop. I think it's really tough to find these things in a post or a sedan. But yeah, no, it would be a good car for somebody to do, but there's not enough hours in the day or enough zeros in the bank account. Alright, I guess we'll move on to another 60 Pontiac. Okay, here's another one, and I know a lot of people in the past have asked about this car and that, and believe it or not, last year I did buy new wheel cylinders. I do believe, I think, all the new shoes and all that stuff. I didn't get drums, but I actually did buy stuff. I got a new master cylinder, so believe it or not, I actually did pony up and buy some parts for it. It's just I'm working on the that white Pontiac at my place right now, so this could happen in the near future, but I actually did buy parts for it. So anyway, like I said, it's a 2-door wagon, extremely rare. And when we did this thing, it got a lot of attention. The big yellow boat. There is one in Winnipeg that the guy does drive, and we do see it out at most local cruise nights or whatever, but I think they are a pretty rare car. This one is actually not bad. I'm sure it's going to need the typical floor repair and everything else. It's just a shame that somebody hacked it up in the, I'll say the disco 70s and put a sunroof in it. We did have this running, yet again, another straight 6, and that actually ran very nice.
Just the clutch.
The clutch blew up. Yeah, the clutch went because when we tried to move it, well, 4 flat tires, you just try to see it, just literally just went.
And that's not the original seat for it?
No. Well, nor the steering wheel. But yeah.
Right.
But no, it actually, oops, sorry, Derek. It actually did run very nice. Dude, I can't remember if we had the back window cranking down in.
No, I couldn't.
No, it was stripping.
Mechanism.
Yeah.
Where you need the key for it.
Yeah. And we didn't want to mess with it. But this is a pretty rare car. Like I said, I did buy a lot of the stuff. I actually did start buying parts for it. I don't know, maybe one year. It'd be nice, neat to do a wagon. Yeah. It's so ugly, it's cool. It's just, I think it's one of those things when you dig into it, you're going to find a lot of shenanigans. Yet again, another straight 6. This thing ran like a top, didn't smoke, didn't do anything, just fired up and idled very nicely. The bumper's not as nice in this one. I think it's got a few little twangs in it, but the grill's nice. But between the two cars.
And we do have a glass for it.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, a lot of people have asked about this over the time, and I think people kind of forgot, but you know, like, you can only work on so many at a time, but it would be neat to do this thing one day. But it's a major project. Chris needs another project. Him and his cats can go for rides.
I don't have room for another garage.
Build up. You do in China. There's another Pontiac right next door, but there's a lot of trees in there, and there's these little things we have here, the little thorn things. Man, they stick, they hurt. I already got jabbed once. Little Pontiac. But anyway, I guess we'll go in the back there and see what's what for other Pontiacs. This one's nice. I like it because it's a two-door sedan. Oh man, I guess we should probably knock all the trees down. But like I said, it needs full quarters. I've never really looked at it, but it is a, you know, you don't see many of them. But being a sedan, it is a pretty cool car.
I do like it.
I know.
Car.
I know. Oh, I'm not even 65, 66.
Okay.
Yeah, mid 60s. I'd have to really look at it though.
I can't get to the front.
Yeah, there's so many. And those little thorn pricker things, they sure hurt.
We'll bring you back to another day.
Yeah, well, it's in another video anyway. Well, if you guys were really bored, you could watch our old ones. Okay, let's go for a walk in the back. Okay, so here's the last 1960 Pontiac. As you can see, it's a four-door. Nothing wrong with four doors, people. But this one's, it's had some work to it. It's got some bond to it. It's been, you know, the interior is complete, but it'd be a great parts car. And I'm not gonna lie, I have dropped some parts off it in the past.
Four-door, two-door conversion?
There you, yeah, actually between the other one there and there, eh? If you live to be a million. But I think this one's actually pretty solid. It's got a nice bumper, nice grille. Even buried underneath. Oh. Old Pontiac hubcaps. But yeah, this one was a standard 3 on the tree. Like I said, this was I'm not even sure what model this one is, but if I dug around, did some investigating, I could find out, but it's been missing a lot of the parts. But yeah. And I did, this was the one I was originally going to take some part of the clutch pedal out and everything for the my other Pontiac at home.
Laurentian.
Oh, Laurentian, there we go.
So it's just under the Parisian, I guess.
The middle letter.
Middle.
But yeah, no. It's a pretty, you know, it's a solid car. And you know what, 4 doors are in because you all can't have 2 doors. So between that and the white car, you could possibly build a good car.
Build a 2-door conversion.
You could, yeah. You sure could. Like I said, they're sharp looking cars. But either you like them or not. People always want Chevys, but hey, at least they're not Buicks. Sorry, Buick.
Oldsmobile.
Yeah, the Oldsmobiles, yeah. So anyway, but yeah, like I said, this is a pretty decent car. It's just, nobody wants a 4-door. Unless your name's Bug. Alrighty, we'll go
on to the next one.
On to the next one. But yeah, that's the trifecta of 60 Pontiacs. Stat. Alright, here's another car. You know what? I was never really a fan of these till I actually started Googling images, and they actually look pretty badass if they're built into a hot rod. This is a 1963 Pontiac Parisian, 2-door hardtop. It does have the original factory 283 in it, 2-barrel. All complete, never been molested in here. Looks pretty good. The motor unfortunately is stuck. But it is all complete, even power brakes, power window, or power wipers, or electrical wipers I should say. But yeah, it's pretty complete in here. Sure, nice grill. And for those Americans that don't know this, it was our Manitoban old license plates. What they used to look like before the ugly new ones. I like those ones better. But anyway. But yeah, sure.
I like this chrome.
I don't know, I've seen images where they deleted, eh? And it looks pretty snazzy. Looks pretty badass. And same thing with the rocker, the chrome or the stainless rocker trim there. When they delete that, it actually looks pretty good.
And the
It's locked.
Oh yeah, this one's locked. That's right. I got the keys for it, but it is locked.
the fake convertible roof looking.
Oh, yeah. I used to hate the little rib here, but
I like that.
I know now that they're really starting to grow on me.
Just like the Dodgers.
Yeah, it really started to. Like I said, Pontiacs did something different. Here's still a little fin. They taper off into the corner, into their marker lights. Like I said, pretty weird spots for it to rust in certain spots, but hey, why not? Like I said, I've got the keys inside. I've never actually looked in the trunk or anything like that, but unfortunately the motor is locked up. It's 2-speed power glide. There was a gentleman here earlier, a couple years ago, I think he was looking to buy this, but I'm not sure what him and Rick ever agreed on, but it would be a nice car. Derek likes it. I used to hate these things, but now actually don't mind them. This side I do believe is equally solid. Actually, this side's even better.
You can't have them all.
You can't have them all. Except for the 2 front lower fenders are rotten or rusted, but Other than that, it's all complete. Like I said, this is a good candidate for somebody. Really starting to grow on me. But anyway, is there any other Pontiacs out back?
Just your parts car.
Oh yeah, the parts car, we don't need to go into that. Oh yeah, we'll go talk about that next. Sure, why not? Alright, here's another one. 1966 Pontiac Laurentian 4-door wagon. Thought we were done with the wagons, but here's another one. This one here, I don't want to force the hood up, so I'll leave it. But it's another, I do believe, 283 2-barrel. This one's been through the ringer. Yeah, it was bought from an auction and brought here. I think the gentleman paid $200 for it back in the day.
No Chevy motors, obviously,
Yeah.
because it's based on a Chevy.
Yeah. Canadian here, or Canada, sorry. They run all Chevy engines. Actually, not a bad looking dashboard.
No, I was just going to say that.
It's actually pretty good shape, except for the dash pad. Huh.
Pretty nice.
Everything closes and lines up properly, but like I said, it needs lower quarters and everything else, and even has, whether you can see it or not, old Keystone mags. Well, no, it's a pretty solid car, but it's just one of those things if you want to do a wagon. But the guy was supposed to work on this or take this out, but
Is that a sheet?
yeah, it folds open.
So it's another sheet that folds.
Yeah,
If you sit backwards.
yeah, I do believe you sit backwards. I could be wrong on that, but yeah. It is a big car. When you look down, you sight down it. That's a big ass car. And of course, people, everything looks better when you're gonna pump up the air and the tires, and you know they kind of sit there instead of the weeds and look all sagged out. And but yeah, look at the roof on that thing.
That's what they call a long roof.
Yeah, no shnikes. That's a big ass car. Safari. Even says on the back there, Safari. And honestly, all these Pontiacs we've showed, there can't be that many left, you know, like old cars, they're just getting, you know, a lot of them got scrapped the past few years, and the price of cars around here are just going up, and everything's just crazy these days. At least in Manitoba, anyway. Alright, we'll go show you the parts car for the 61 Pontiac that I've been robbing parts off that's at home that I showed you earlier in this video, so we'll take a look at that turd. Like I said, this one's just a parts car. Okay, so this is where I'm going to end off the video. It's not going to be on a high note, that's for sure, if you guys are still even watching. You guys could be Mopar people or Chevy people or, you know, Ford people, and they're like, yeah, Pontiacs. But anyway, this is what I've been robbing for parts from my 61 that's home. I grabbed the fender, the hood, a lot of the parts here and there, the clutch mechanism, everything all is robbed out of here. I still gotta get the D-bar, but this one, it's a shame somebody blew out the back window. Personally, my opinion, a lot of people don't like them, but on the 4-doors, this is my favorite part of the car, this window, the way this comes down. I know Chris hates it, but I think that's one of the nicest things Chevy ever made.
Ugliest sin.
That's nice. I can't remember, but I still know I found the parts here, even though it's a 2-door, but I was gonna make parts work, but I found all the stainless for the 2-door. It's a shame, this had a really nice bumper, but somebody yanked on it with a chain and ripped it. It was a really nice bumper, so. But like I said, I pulled, in a past video, I pulled out the column and all that stuff because I needed the clutch and brake pedals. But yeah, this one was bad. I even made my makeshift little bed out of an old sheet of something in a car seat because there's a lot of poop underneath there. That was a disgusting day. Ugh.
You had a shower.
Oh, two of them in a row. But anyway, yeah, like I said, this is a parts car. I need a few other little trinkets here and there, but like I said, this one's rough. It'll never see the road, but it's a good parts car. Like the bumper it's nice, but it's got a good twist in it. Somebody yanked on it, so I'm still on the hunt for bumpers. So anybody locally, import. that has any 61 Pontiac bumpers. There was a guy that's supposed to call me but never did. Maybe he might one of these days, but I'm looking for bumpers, people. So anyway, hope you like this little video. I know it's nothing exciting. Like I said, I should have been working on my coupe today. Didn't. Chris should have been changing the starter in his Hudson. That showed up today, but yesterday, but he hasn't done that because he's sitting right here. I should be working on my Pontiac. I should be working on my Henry J. But you know, we did this because we pulled out something that's a secret little project in an upcoming video. So you'll have to stay tuned probably for another 2 or 3 videos. So anyway, guys, as always, leave a comment, good or bad. He never responds to them. He always makes me do it. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, like they always tell you. We'll see you on the next one. Pontiac Power.